G'day, you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome to the very first video or episode for the brand new miniseries for this channel, which is in the format of a first review type-esque series, similar to in the fashion that I did of the Goose Game. However, instead of being like the full game, I'm going to be doing an hour's worth of the first part of the game, give my review. So it's going to be kind of me playing the game, but in a review-esque type of style. So I'm going to basically open up a game and play it blind, have no first impressions really of the game, but just have those impressions while I'm playing. And it's a series that was supposed to start in October, but I fell incredibly ill up to the point of Sword and Shield coming out, and then I had to stop and play that. But I kind of feel that's a good segue into what the first episode is covering, which is A Little Town Hero by no other than Game Freak. And since Sword and Shield just came out, I thought I might do the other end of the spectrum and have a look at their other game that came out just before Sword and Shield. And funny enough, I think everybody forgot that this game came out. I knew it did come out, but as I said, unfortunately, the Cosmos didn't want me to do the series at the time. So I think it's even better that I'm doing it now. So yeah, I think no other than to just jump straight into the game in similar fashion to what Sword and Shield and a couple of previous Pokemon games have done beforehand. We're straight into the game, no title scene, no nothing, so that kind of made this intro very awkward to do. So anyways, we're going to start off by naming our main character a name. So it's by default Axe, but I kind of feel that KrimZen could be a much better main character name. There we go. Alright, so I do believe that this is a JRPG, but because it's taken me so long to get into the series, all I know is so far this game has mostly negative reviews, so not a good welcoming for me, but we'll see if that rings true for my playthrough. So we're kind of got two characters, Niels and our main protagonist or main character, talking whilst hiding behind a tree. Looks like they're trying to sneak into a castle, and of course I have no control over text at the moment, which is why I'm not reading it. Well, you were right, it's opening! So we're gonna break in or what? Told ya. Alright, do your thing, Nils. Oh, okay. That's a bit of an explosive retort or resort. Oh, what? This so reminds me of like Looney Tunes or something. What's the matter, young man? Well, you can see what's the matter with him. Well, his pants are on fire. I think they're a bit more than that. His pants are a little bit explosive. A boy with pants on fire. He must be telling the truth. Take us there. But wouldn't they just go boom after a while? I must have a really long fuse. Or it wasn't what I thought it was. This is my village. Everyone here is nice. The food's great. It's peaceful. I couldn't ask for more. Except we can't go outside the village. It's been that way since before I was born. So basically Attack on Titan-esque. It's a promise the villagers made with the people in the castle who protect us. Except I doubt there's titans outside the village and all that, or anything, or some type of big threat like that. That's where I want to go in. If I can talk to the ones inside, maybe they'll let me go out on an adventure. Okay, I gotta say one thing though, the visuals so far are quite nice. That was yesterday. Oh, okay, we gotta have a bit of a time jump already. What were you thinking, trying to sneak into the castle like that? And this is my mum. The people at the castle are busy. Don't you go causing them trouble. Sorry. Why on earth do you keep getting up to mischief? Just the other day, you... Ah, look, someone's here. Maybe it's Nels. Huh. You got him into trouble too, so say sorry to him. Hear that? Sorry. Fine. And don't you be late for work. Yep. Chapter 1, Adventure Awaits? Okay, that was a bit of a interesting intro. Finally, good to see you in one piece. This is my buddy Nils. No matter what happens, I can always count on him to be my partner in crime. That text is really slow. How come it just went from like this speed to so slow? Hey KrimZen, your mum really let you have it, huh? Well, yeah. But you're excited about our next move, aren't you? I can see it on your face. Well, yeah. That's the spirit. Ungar's waiting for us. Let's go. Alright, do I actually get to control now? Oh, finally I do. Alright, so, as I said, visually wise, it is quite nice on the eye. I quite like the cartoony style. It's quite detailed as well. As I said, very appealing. Controls are a little bit slippery. I mean, you stop. I had one moment I stopped and I kind of slipped, like, oh, what was that? Whoa, that's some weird style animation there. Like, he starts and he kind of slides, then runs. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, like there, like, he's sliding before he actually starts running. So, okay, the animation cycles aren't as great, but Sword and Shield wasn't exactly up to par either with animations, so I guess animation front for both games weren't all that good. Also, I'm going to try and stop the comparisons between Sword and Shield, but it is an issue between both games, so yeah. But I will say the Little Town Hero is a lot more vibrant than Sword and Shield. I kind of found some areas of Sword and Shield a little bit dull, so this is quite nice to the eye. Oh, I accidentally found the mission without even trying. Alright, so talk with A. Yeah, it looks like Madarick beat us here. KrimZen, you're late. You're even gonna slack off at a chance like this. This is Maddock. He's, you know what? He doesn't need an explanation. Yeah, he does. Well, so he really came. And this is Angard, a real soldier from the castle. I'm going to train with him so I can become a soldier at the castle too. How did we get him to help us? I'll tell you later. Let's just start the training already. So they're trying to like keep all the exposition down really low, which can be both good and bad, because that means later down the track we get explanations that could be better at the start of the game when, you know, the start of the game's supposed to be building up exposition and all that. Whoa. We'll start with the basics so don't get hurt. Are you ready? Whoa, okay, that was a weird selection. I wasn't actually ready for that. So for selection, it comes up like thought bubbles, which is quite unique. And normally it comes up with like a thing saying yes or no that you do during a little scroll thing above the text. But this is kind of charming. I'll give it that. Bit of cartoony look, which fits the vibe of the aesthetic look of the game. Alright, let us begin. Alright, quick loads, that's good. The beginning of the game was very slow for loading, so that's nice to see. Oh, what? Light hit. Is that? And first punch. What the? Alright, the thing just floated above your head is called an is-it. An is-it is an idea you can use in battle. So everything in battles are imaginary by the looks of it, so... yeah, I don't mind the concept of that, actually. But the moment it's just a possibility, you can't use it yet. Oh, yeah, it's just the like going on imagination again, kind of on the cartoonish, going on kiddish level. How kids are very creative in a way, and I mean, I like the concept too because I can remember as a kid we used to imagine great big fights, whether it be cowboy fights, fighting dragons, and yet. In reality, we'd just be little kids holding brooms that we would thought would be like massive swords, you know, jousting on horses, which were in actual fact bikes. It was quite cool, so I quite like the concept. You can't use it yet. To utilize it in battle, you need to be sure of it. So we need to confirm it's what you want to do. Press the A button. So we want to use first punch. Oh, okay. That's it. Now your idea has substance. That is called a dazit. Oh no, don't you dare give me all these terminologies! I'm gonna be bad at this. To change an is-it into a dazit, you need power. So, in other words, this is Hearthstone, isn't it? Because Hearthstone, to use a card, you need mana, which is what this concept basically requires. So, There is a limit to how much power you can have for each turn, so choose where you want to use your power wisely. So in other words, at the start of a battle or a game similar to that of Hearthstone, you have very little power, and then each turn your power increases by 1, which means at the very start of the game you'd be using very weak monsters to the end game where you'd be using your more powerful monsters and spells. So okay, I can get on with that. In this game, you fight by colliding deserts with each other. Try it out and see for yourself. So, Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone meets... Okay. So I'm guessing... Oh, okay. Bang, there, now you know how deserts collide. You can also just witness your desert break. Yeah, that's what I thought. So the top stat is attack for the desert, and the bottom number is your defense. So I'm guessing they just do a diagonal for each other. So our attack would go against the opponent's defense, and the opponent's attack would go against our defense. So from memory, the opponent had 1 attack, 2 defense. We had 1-1 on both sides, meaning we broke our desert because, yeah, 1 minus 1 equals 0, but 1 minus 2... So 2 minus 1 is obviously 1, therefore we didn't break the opponent's. Okay, that's not that bad. When the deserts collide, the attack damage will damage the opponent's defense. Once the defense has reached a value of 0, the desert gets broken. Let's proceed to the next turn. Does that mean our power got up to 2? That's a big desert. So 2, 3. Oh, okay, so we have a strong punch. So as the battle progresses, KrimZen will come up with new Izzets, and power will also be replenished. Again, similar to Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering, except Magic the Gathering not so much in regards to mana. I think that goes off fields and all that. Anyways, you know what I mean in regards if you have played MTG. But yeah, as I said, I already explained how Hearthstone works. So yeah, it's very Hearthstone-ish in a way. Let's try using a desert that won't get broken this time. So for that, we would be using... Whoa, strong... I can't use my D-pad. That's annoying, because D-pad I feel is much better for this selection, whereas the analog is a little bit fiddly. Like, you can just zoom around so much with the analog. Unless you do it very softly, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind. So we've got 3 mana, so which means we can use... Can we, like, select 2? So if we did that... I guess we could confirm 1 though. This desert will break against the enemy's desert. Oh, aimed punch. Okay. So we break the opponent's desert. Very good, you managed to keep your desert unbroken. Deserts that survive the turn are able to be used again the next turn. So we can use it. This turn will continue till the enemy exhausts all deserts it has. You will need to throw deserts back till the turn is over. You can see your opponent still has 1 desert left. You also have 1 idea left, so you'll have to use it. Alright, so if it's grayed out, we can't use it. But we still have this one, but it's going to get broken, of course. And we don't break the opponent's desert. So what's the else down the bottom I just noticed? The opponent has 1 heart and we have 3. So they're going to use that. In this turn, it is possible to break all of your enemy's deserts. Can you figure out what to do? Let's give it a try. Right, we'll go with this one. So that breaks the opponent's desert. Our gets broken as well. And then we go to Strong Punch. Turn that into a desert, and is it into a desert, and then that'll break the opponent's desert. And then he has all break. Perfect, you've broken all the enemy's deserts. This is called an all break. When you all break, you get an opportunity to attack again in what is called a chance turn. If you have an idea that can attack left, that might have been a little confusing. An all break will lead to a chance turn. If you have a desert you can use left, the chance turn is special because you get to attack the enemy's body instead of an enemy's desert. Again, I will refer to Hearthstone on that one, where if there's no cards on the field, you basically get to attack the main As a direct attack, very similar again to like the Yu-Gi-Oh series where there's no monsters on the field, we do a direct attack and deal life point damage instead. So that might be a little bit better for those who have been tuning into the Yu-Gi-Oh series. If you break all the hearts the enemy body has, you win. Oh, hey, Dungeon Dice monsters use hearts. There we go, there's another Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Now let's continue. Attack using the ID you have left. So we turn that into a Dazzit, and then go straight for that. Okay, that explains why I asked what's hearts. So hearts are life points, basically. Alright, that's enough. Okay, that's a very complex attack system. I'm gonna put that out there. Quite complex, which is nice. It's not as straightforward, though I will say this Pokemon isn't exactly what you call a straightforward mechanical system either, but it's nothing like that. Woo! Not bad at all. Looks like you had the knack for coming up with new ideas. That's a must for a soldier. Right, what are we doing next? Oof. Let me take a rest for a moment. Huh? That's unfair. I want to learn something too. Give me some time to rest. I'm not young like you boys anymore. Ah, come on. A new day. So what was the, we just had to do the basics of battle. So does that mean we gotta talk to him again? Didn't I say I was resting? You must learn some practice. Oh, okay. Anyhow, just be sure you remember our promise. What promise? Come on now. It was just yesterday. Try to remember it. Yesterday. So a new day, we got a promise as our quest. So it's a flashback on the intro. And I said the intro is a little bit wonky, because it didn't explain everything. But it looks like this will explain it, so that critique's now out of the water. What are you two doing? Angard came out of the castle right when I was about to go in. Madoc, don't get in my way. Look, they closed the gates. So what? It's against the rules to go inside the castle. So you two were trying to get into the castle, were you? Not me, just this idiot. I don't have time for this. I'm busy. So just get out of here. Great, thanks to you, our plan to get into the castle is ruined. Look what you did, even I ended up getting scolded. You're the one that got in our way. Phew, that was a scolding. Hey Nels, how's your butt doing? How's your butt doing? It's fine, I'm not dumb enough to get burnt by my own homemade fireworks. Hey, that soldier looked impressive, he's probably ranked pretty high up. Whoa, really? A soldier like him, what are he's doing here in this village? Hey, I just remembered, I gotta do something. Gotta go, see ya. Heh. What's wrong with Madoc? All he ever does is get in my way. Madoc always just wants to get to one-up you. He just went running after that soldier, I think. Why would he? So we can ask him to let him into the castle before you. I could see it on his face. Huh? Is that even possible? I don't know, it just sounds like something Madoc would do, right? Alright, I'm going to. Alright, so we're back in control. Oh yeah, so something I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode was, if anyone has any ideas or feedback for the critiques and some things I can improve, or even just some comments on the game, I'd actually like to hear it down in the comment section below. So in that way I can figure out later down the track when it comes to figuring out series to cover, whether I come back to this game or not. So really this is like a first look into games for modern, since a lot of people said they really enjoyed the Goose Game aspect I did of like going in blind and just reacting to whatever happened. So yeah, this is kind of like you guys to get a look into new games, but at the same time vote on whether I should come and do this game again. So I can't go in there. I really don't like this guy's movement where he slides first and then walks. It's a little bit awkward to look at. Oh, KrimZen, can I have a minute? I bumped into Pasmina. She's my childhood friend. Nice girl, but a bit of a nag. What's up? I just saw Madoc go into the tavern. Minors aren't allowed in there. Right, yeah, I'm a miner. Hold on, is that not... I'm pretty sure that's the wrong spelling of miner. Miner is like that spelling, M-I-N-E-R, is like, you know, going down into mines and digging up gems and rocks and whatnot. But the miner I'm thinking of is M-I-N-O-R. Is that a spelling mistake, or is that what his occupation really is? I swear she said miner as in like underage miner, but that could be me just misinterpreting this. If Manok went in, then maybe the soldier's inside too. Hey, aren't you planning to do anything I completely misread, so here's me probably thinking I misread that wrong. You aren't planning to do anything stupid again, are you? No way, I'm just over here on an errand. Mum just wanted a bullhorn. Yeah, to yell louder with. Well, I got to get back to work at the farm too. Just remember, don't go into the tavern, okay? Yeah, I got it. KrimZen, make sure you don't go inside the tavern, okay? I just had that, okay? Okay, a little bit of repeat statement there. Kind of wasn't necessary because the point came through the first time. But I guess if the character's very mischievous, maybe an interesting dialogue choice there to repeat it. You know, with mischief people, is you're always gonna repeat yourself. So as I was saying, Mr. Soldier, surely a soldier as cool as you could easily bring me into the castle. I have told you 7 times now, the answer is no. Hey Manok, get out of here, miners. See? They said miners with the right spelling there, so that was a spelling mistake. I swear that was a spelling mistake a little bit earlier where it was M-I-N-E-R-S. Game, that's not allowed. Unallowed in the tavern. And what are you doing in the tavern? Oh great, another noisy kid. You were here to beg me to take you into the castle too. Huh, wait, you really take me inside? Yes, so then I found Angard at the tavern. No, why would you want to go into the castle so badly anyway? Well, why? Well, of course. Wait, why do we want to go into the castle? Look, going into the castle isn't the goal. I just want to see the world outside. Yeah, exactly. Just what I was just saying. Why the outside world? Well, why? I've just been in this village forever. Just curious, I guess. I can sympathize, but the outside world isn't a playground. It can be cruel. Even so, I want to see it with my own eyes. Well, unfortunately, there's no way I could bring you out there. Please? Absolutely not, but if you're that serious, perhaps you could become a soldier. I can go outside if I become a soldier? Well, yes, but maybe you shouldn't consider it so seriously. It requires hard training to be one, and you're too young anyway. Okay, then trade me. I've got to be a soldier. Then me too? Give me a break, kids. I'm very busy right now. Busy drinking. Sure you have the time. You're drinking in a tavern. Guess you wouldn't mind if I told the people in the castle what you're up to, wouldn't you? What? You stinky little... Wait a minute. Alright, fine, I'll train you. Really? Yes, but only under one condition. You must help me with my mission. What mission? Fighting monsters. Monsters? You mean the ones from fairy tales? The big scary ones with teeth and hair? That's right, those monsters with teeth and hair. Wow, monsters are real? Of course not. As you said, they only exist in fairy tales. Then how do we fight then? You see, the problem? We can't. Which means I am on an everlasting mission, so they have me think. What do you mean? It means I have been banished from the castle under a false pretense. Huh? Sounds like grown-ups have to deal with a lot. You've been banished? Great, that means you'll have tons of time to train us. Wait, I told you it's only under my one condition. But you just said that monsters don't exist. What do I need you to do is simple. I am sure someone from the castle will come by to check in on my mission. All you have to do is tell them that I bravely slain all the monsters, every one. Easy enough, isn't it? And what happens after that? Well, if there are no monsters, that'd be my job well done, wouldn't it? They'd have to let me back into the castle. Then who would train us after? Don't worry, I'll visit the village sometimes to train you, I promise. Okay, since we still have the time until they come and check on your mission, can you train us now? I suppose I can, but I'm a bit drunk now. Let's do it tomorrow. Wow, that was a big expedition dump. I feel I could put that down a little bit, but at the same time there was some important character development there and character background, so yeah. I'm kind of starting to think the dialogue may be a little too long. Same issue that I had with Ultra Sun and Moon, but at the same time, if the rest of the game has very little text, then maybe that's not so much of an issue, because introductions to JRPGs tend to be quite long and dragged out just to cover expositions, character development, character relationships, character backgrounds, all the shenanigans that you expect. So then the rest of the game, there's little text you gotta deal with. Yeah, I got it. If someone from the castle shows up, I gotta say you bravely took down a monster. Exactly. Now that you're an Ember, let's continue our training. You've only been attacking so far, but fighting isn't that simple. There is a lot more you need to do. Really? First and foremost, defense. You need to learn how to protect yourself properly. Now, having said that as well, maybe I could have skipped that if I said the other option, but then I wouldn't have had all that character development. So maybe there are options that skip things. If that's the case, then ignore what I said about dialogue being way too long. That would be up to player choice at that point if they want to have that dialogue. If that's the case, then as I said, I'm completely fine with that, because that is an optional thing at that point. So now we're learning defense. Bring it, I love defending. Talk to me when you're ready, which I am now. So, yes. Alright, let us begin. So I'm hoping the whole impression isn't going to be this, because that's going to be a little bit boring for an impression. Then at that point it'd be, what's the first impressions of Little Town Heroes battle mechanics? Let's actually get into the game, hopefully. Alright, so proper guard and fast punch. Look at a different colour idea has appeared. Ideas come in 3 colours, red, yellow and blue. Yellow deserts act as shields. As long as they aren't broken, they can be used multiple times. However, they cannot inflict damage during a chance time. Even if your enemy has many ideas and it looks like they have the upper hand, it's quite possible to get an all break if you use your yellow deserts as well. Give it a try. So they're going to use a slash, so let's turn proper guard Izza into a desert, and then go for that, because that'll break the slash, but we retain proper guard. And because it's a yellow, we can use it multiple times. So if we go, at this point, turn our fast punch Izza into a desert, this will get broken, but we'll take out light jab. And then all that's left is proper guard and light hit that will get broken, but will break the opponent's attack at the same time. But we don't have any deserts left. Oh, okay, probably for the tutorial that might have been the case. Unless I did it wrong. Look, it's a blue idea. Blue deserts can be used anytime and don't need to collide with enemies' deserts to take effect. They hold various special effects that can help you during battle. For example, All Break can be achieved easily by using Pelt in this turn. However, you don't want to waste any leftover power, so change the proper guard Izza into a desert before using Pelt against the enemy. So they want us, what does that do? Deals 1 damage to all enemy deserts. So if we use proper guard, as I said, this is 1 desert you want to keep. Check out the effects of Pelt. Oh, come on. So if we use that, oh yeah, so it does 1 to everything. So all their defense are broken, which now leads us to an old chance, was it? It's a clever tactic to use up your power on Izzets before the next turn, even if you don't need to use them as deserts yet. This is an extremely important technique to learn for future battles. So then all break happens. Oh, okay, so we're not going into that. So we got a yellow, and we've got 3 power. An all break can be achieved during this turn if you use your deserts wisely. Give it a go. So a red desert is used solely to attack. Unlike a yellow desert, it can only be used once per turn. However, a red desert can inflict damage during a chance time, whereas yellow could not inflict damage. Change the hard hit Izza into a desert. and then keep it till the chance time to see how it works. To get a chance time, you'll need to aim for an all break, never to take note of the remaining power you have, which is the orange, what is it? It's not a hexagon, looks like just a pentagon, just in general, just above our move. Oh, okay. Nope, never mind. I thought for a second Eleanor did it too. So we have soft guard, we also have pelt, and we want to use hard hit. So we want to keep that. So if we go pelt, that'll knock out light jab, and it'll bring slash and light hit on the opponent down to 1 defense. And then that way we can go do that. Then use proper guard again. Then I'll break that. And I'll attack as well, but an all break happens at the same time. And then go hard hit. And that's game. Alright, that's enough. Alright, so I wonder if we got any more tutorial or if we're actually going to get into the game. I can kind of see why the tutorial is long, and as I said, I think most of the text could be skipped with certain dialogue tree options. So I don't mind for a first time round for the tutorial to be this long, but as I said, for a second time round, you would hope that you can skip a lot of the exposition dump. In regards to the actual battles, I actually quite like the idea of it. As I said, it does take existing ideas or mechanics from other games, Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone to be ones that come straight to my head, and turn it into something kind of unique at the same time. I'm going to skip a lot of this dialogue at this point, it's just more story. Travel has been unlocked. KrimZen is in a hurry. The travel icon is useful at times like this. Try selecting coal mine. Okay, so he is a miner, but I swear when it came to that one context, I swear they... either he misunderstood it, or they just did a spelling mistake there, so maybe I could be wrong. I don't know, I'll see what you guys think about that. Because I didn't realise he was a miner at that point. Or I skipped over that. Alright, so we're going to enter the coal mines. What are the 3 rules of mining? 3 rules of mining, what are they again? What's going... read his mind. I'm going to see if I can skip it. If I can't remember in my mind, I just remember yours instead. I just read yours instead. Oh right, I don't have the power to read people's minds. Sorry, I forgot. Oh, come on! Well, I told you to remember them. I tell everyone to remember them. Look, kid, the rules are important. I can't let you into the mines unless you say all 3 mining rules. Well, I guess I have to ask around. That's kind of a boomer. So it does... I was kind of hoping you could pass that, and, you know, if you're a repeat player, you could easily skip that. So I guess not. Maybe for the other one you might have been able to. Okay, outside was a few people, so I go speak to them too. Just gonna ask this person just in case. Though we've got more than 3, so maybe there's more than 3. Okay, there's a little bit of, you know, foreshadowing there. No, that wasn't me. Hey, you don't have to hide it. Only you're a rascal enough to come up with something like that. You're Cole's son after all. Yeah, so that might have been like just a little bit of reasoning for our determination to be a soldier or to get outside, or maybe just the context of this whole game. Alright then, recite all 3 rules for me. The first rule. Oh god, do I have to get these like... Oh no, first rule was say hello, you gotta greet. Correct, you have to say hello. So what are the other 2 rules? Work hard. Absolutely, we gotta work hard. Okay, now for the last rule. Take rest. What? Take rest, you say? Hold it there. Resting is important, but it's not part of the basic rules. You have to remember this. Ah! Yeah, I skipped over, like, a lot of dialogue, so... To get to the last one was quite good. So, first one, obviously, is say hello. Work hard. And then take it easy. Wait. Oh, come on. So am I missing one then? So who did I not talk to? Alright, I've got to go somewhere then. Now this person had nothing else to say. Oh, okay. Check your tools. Okay. Okay, that was a little cheeky to put that at the end. I just assumed he had like 1 dialogue tree and that was it. That was a little bit sneaky. Okay, I know now. First rule is say hello. And then work hard. Check your tools. Let's work hard. Huzzah! Alright, as I said, that was a little bit cheeky on that last one. Let's finish this up. Now, if we don't get to do anything here, oh god, I hate when that happens. All that build up for nothing. I kind of hate when that happens. To kind of get me, unless that's got some type of significant value later down the track, it's like, why didn't I just get a cutscene? Or just a bunch of dialogue. What the heck is this? Some kind of red stone? Well, that's gonna have some type of value to the story, I hope. Well, I've been feeling really energetic since yesterday, ever since I found that stone. I feel like I'm gonna be able to become a soldier in no time. Ah, you look happy, KrimZen. Yeah, I am. I meant to ask, the man from yesterday is a soldier from the castle, isn't he? Yep. He's probably here on an important mission. Don't you go causing him any trouble. I won't. Anyway, gotta go, Mum. Hey, I'm not done with you yet. That confidence of yours is what worries me. Listen, I just scolded you the other day. Don't you go causing trouble for the people in the castle again. Okay, okay. Alright, so we gotta go train. Where's the exit out of here? A little bit awkward on the exiting, because you can't physically see the doors. So now we're gonna go train with the soldier again. Was it Angard? Where would Angard be? Probably back where he was before. And of course, I was just rambling when I was walking, so I wouldn't have a clue where that was again. I think it was down here. And I'm correct. Normally in games like to shift things up in different positions, but not this game. Alright, so more tutorial, I'm guessing. Alright, I'm just gonna skip all this and then hope I don't get whooped because of it. Alright, please have mercy. Not. Okay, we just nailed it. What? Ouch, my back! You've done my back, you whippersnapper! I'm sorry. What happened? What the heck did you suddenly learn to do a crazy attack like that? Oh god, this so reminds me of Dark Cloud a little bit. Get given a new fancy little gemstone and suddenly you have the power to do so much! I am so sorry, Dark Cloud, I have to bring you into this. I do want to continue with your lesson, but ow! I think it might be difficult with my back like this. Hey, KrimZen, because you got lucky and knocked down Mr. Angard, now he can't train with me. My bad. Well, then that's it. You know what we have to do now, KrimZen. Fight! Okay, so that was just plot progression. Alright, we're just gonna skip all this. I only mentioned Dark Cloud for those who haven't played Dark Cloud. What happens is you get given the Atlamelia, which is actually my current Twitter handle name, and it gives the protagonist of that game the ability to do world creation, because the whole world gets destroyed, and it's up to you to recreate it, and you can only rebuild the world with said Atlamelia, which is kind of like a gemstone, you could say. Now, I gotta go find this brat so I can kick his ass. Oh, there he is. Why would you move up over there? Well, there was more open space in the area I was just in. I don't know why you'd move closer to town. Alright, so this is gonna be like our first official battle that isn't a tutorial. Right, so turn 1. So he's got hit and blow. Wow, that's a lot of visits. Alright, so as you can see when the battle starts, KrimZen will come up with 5 random ideas. To avoid receiving damage from Maddox's attack during this turn, try using Tight Guard to protect yourself. In the next turn, you'll come up with a new idea, so you'll have a total of 5 to work with again. Use Tight Guard to endure this turn. I kind of don't like the idea of it kind of randomizing each turn. That's a little... There's a 6 card, Struggle. So if we run out of Izits, we have to struggle. Alright. So we got nothing... Well, we got Tough Guard, but it won't destroy... Okay, so Tight Guard, that will survive, but it won't break his desert. Alright, so he's going to use Blow again. And then we can... That'll break, but we break them. We had no power left anyways to do any other Izits. Did you notice the gauge in the middle of the screen rises? That's the energy level the redstone KrimZen has. The energy level rises a little at the end of each turn. And once it's full, KrimZen gains 1 extra power to use in the following turns. So the more turns you fight, the more action KrimZen... Oh dear lord, I don't like the sound of that! What is this? At the end of each turn, there is a change of location. You will have to move 1 to 4 spaces within the area, which is decided by a roulette. Try pressing A to play Mario Party. What is this battle mechanic? It's Hearthstone cross Magic the Gathering cross Mario Party? Okay. Interesting to say the least. Looks like you come up with the idea Dash Guard during this turn. Dash Guard has a special effect that works when you successfully break an enemy desert. Try using Dash Guard and see what happens. So that will... Yeah, okay. Just go with what the game says. Gain free mobility. You have gained free mobility from the special effects of Dash Guard. Free mobility allows you to choose your next location within range, instead of having to move dependent on the roulette. This becomes very important later, please try to make a good use of it. The enemy has 1 desert left now. Looks like any idea will help you achieve an all break. Go for it. I would love to have been one that had 1, but we're gonna have to use up all our power. Boom. But we've got no deserts that can actually do an attack, so no life point damage. You just received 1 breakpoint, or BP. BP is earned when you successfully achieve an all break, but don't have a red desert to use in chance turn. BP is useful in a pinch, we'll just keep it for now. So it turns over time to change location. You have free mobility now, so you get to choose which space you want to land on. You can choose to go back 1 to 4 spaces or move 1 forward 1. Look, Nels is nearby. Try to moving into a space where he is. So if we move here, Nels' solution allows a random Izzet to be changed to a Dazzet at 0 cost. Okay, so the whole Mario Party-esque mechanic actually gives you location or terrain effects. Geez, this reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit with like terrain or field effects coming into play and then you get bonuses off that. Except it's not permanent, it's like a certain location on the map that you get to using Mario Party dice mechanics. Let me know if you want me to try it out. Looks like Nels is going to support you in this battle. When you fight in a location where a friend is, you get their support. You can use the L button to check what kind of support you can receive from them. Right, we're going to be using that. So what Dazzet goes to 0? Improvise. And stop using the D-pad, it don't work. So this, gain 1 improvised idea. Alright. Do we get these for free or, yeah, it still uses power? So we could do breaks enemy's chosen Dazzet. So then we can do this. And then break slash. And then all that's left is... Oh, I guess I go this because there's no other option. They're all 2s. I could have done throw, but then again I couldn't have done anything after that. Right, there's another all break. Right, power of 4, because we got a full charge. 3. So we move forward 3 now. Advice. Turn 4. He's got 1 Dazzet. Right, so this location has a boy. Madoc is acting really tough, but he's got his weaknesses. Exploit for a whopping 4. Oh yes, one more thing. Ideas disappear as they get broken and used up. So it's best to defeat your enemy as quick as possible before you run out of ideas. However, whenever KrimZen receives damage to his hearts, old ideas will get revived in his headspace. As long as you have hearts left, you should be fine. To know how many ideas you have left, you can always check your headspace. Have a look in there sometimes to keep track of your ideas. So if we go X... Alright, so here's the rest of our deck. So we can revive using revive ideas, which cost 2 BP. So guess that makes sense why that's there. So to break this one, we just need to go for a 1. Or we can have a look at our blue ones. Gain 1 idea. And it also does 1 damage to all Dazzets. So we do that. To all Dazzets. So they both do 1. So if we go tough out. Oh. That didn't do anything. What about Psycho? Oh yeah, because that was a defense, I think. No? What was that? Why did that not do anything? I'm so confused. Right, go pelt. Right, all break, and I actually had a Dazzet to do, which I could have had so much more of if I didn't screw with the other ones. Alright, he's down a heart. Right, 3. Right, nothing here in regards to terrain. I do like the movement though, it does make it feel more dynamic. So you walk around and which is kind of what you would do in a battle too, I would feel. Looks like you're doing alright. Here's a tip about using BP. Using BP, you can swap an idea in your headspace with one KrimZen already has. You can use the revive ideas in your headspace when you're running out of them. Oh, if you ever thought, oh, I wish I could use pelt now, or no, I'm out of ideas, but I can't afford to take damage. This is exactly how you should use your BP. Swapping and reviving ideas are done in your headspace. That's it, good luck in battle. So, if I go... That would break. That would break him. Right, I'm gonna go with this because it's already a desert. Break that. And then I have 4 left. It won't break that. Damages enemy hearts. Right, do another damage there for free. Oh, okay. I broke that, but I take damage. All ideas revived. So if you don't take out the opponent, you have to struggle at the end. But at the cost of that, you have to take a damage instead. Right, turn 6. Alright, so let's go X. And then swap it for... Let's swap it for charge. And then use pelt. Turn that into a desert. Go pelt. That will get rid of slash. Bring swipe away to 4. And then go destroy. And then break that. I do have one little complaint though. If you can't destroy or take out the enemy in that turn, these battles get very long. So it's almost like punishment for not taking out the enemy. Okay, so now we have a whopping 5. I don't have pelt. That's the only problem. Oh, okay, hold on. So Psych Up actually gives me a +1. I read completely. I don't know why I took it as like a damage. Or I could just use this. Turn the Izzet exploit into a desert, then go exploit, and then I'll take out the last health. Done. Alright, yeah. That's what I said. There's only one drawback to this battle mechanic. It really drags the battles out. I mean, as interesting as they are, that could be a bad thing too. So I hope that it's just me being noobish, or I just hope that doesn't end up happening in later battles when you get better at the game, is they don't drag out. Alright, we're just talking here with our mum, and she's like, God damn it, KrimZen, why'd you go do that to the soldier? I'm just skipping all text at the moment, just to try and get a little bit, hopefully a little bit further into the game. Alright, so what's our next objective? What was that? I completely missed that. Weather the storm, better go home. Was that home? No, that's not our home, is it? That's our home there. At least it does give you like an indicator which one's your home and you don't left exploring the entire, entire town looking for your house. You think there's gonna be dinner? Yikes, here comes the storm. How dare you hurt that poor gentleman? I just sort of accidentally... No excuses! Gee, she's yelling so loud it feels like the ground is shaking. I'm sorry, never again. You have learned too. Hey, the ground really is shaking. It's an earthquake. Mum, I gotta go check outside. I love how they use the metaphor of she's yelling so loud that the ground is shaking. Okay. Okay, I have to admit, that's a cool looking design. It kind of reminds me of yokai a little bit, except I'm not a huge fan of the yokai series myself, but I do admit some of the designs for the monsters are pretty cool looking. What the heck is that? A monster? Mr. Angard, I thought you said monsters don't exist. Well, I'm screwed. Run! He's gonna fight it. Hey, don't be stupid, run! I have to do this. It's my fault that Angard can't fight now. And he told me monsters aren't real, so I gotta help him. I knew that was gonna come around as some type of story plot. But yeah, damn, that looks cool. Alright, so 5 random is-its. This is your first real battle. Hold on, I gotta listen to the music. Dude, that sounds like a banger. I know they made like a huge fuss out of the fact that Toby Fox worked on this music, and for those who don't know who Toby Fox is, he's the guy behind Undertale, and God forbid you haven't heard Megalonova by Toby Fox, which is from like the main OST song from Undertale, but this is good. Dude, I could rock to this music. Like, this is good. It suits the battle theme. It's got the suspense element to it with the drums, like dun 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 dun, and then you've got this part here where it's quite, it's quite upbeat to it, and where it gives you a bit of hope that you can fight. That was not a sentence. What am I talking about? But it's like dun dun. And even here, it's like a little bit of suspense again. Oh yeah, no, I like this. When you fight a monster, you'll get a guts parameter above your hearts. As long as you maintain your guts, damage cannot be inflicted to your hearts. However, your guts will receive the damage you take. So it's like a shield instead. Your enemy looks formidable, but you should be fine. Try to protect the village with that you've learnt so far. Alright, so if we go... We've only got 1 yellow. We gain free mobility after this, so that could be an advantage to us, and it's a 1. So if we go that, and then go... Destroy. That'll break the punch. And we gain the free mobility effect off it too. I'm gonna take damage, ain't I? Oops. I think I made a boo-boo here. I thought that was one of the cheaper ones, which is why I went for it. Oh well. Alright, struggle. We will break that, but we're gonna take damage to our guts. So we've got 2 shields left before he can inflict damage to our HP. Alright, we'll go to add Sucker Punch, cost 4 power to headspace. Now we'll go to Nels, because his support will allow us to get a 0 desert. So we don't have to use any power. So 3 attacks. What's he starting with? We have no BP either, so I can't go to my headspace. So L, confirm. Oh dude, this music is so banger! I gotta get this music. Alright, charge went to 0. That's good. So we got a red is it, which is now a Dazzit. Alright, I'm gonna use throw. This will break this one. So 2 power left. We can go... I'm just trying to think in my head what would be the best option, but I think that might be the best. Either way, that's gonna break. They're both gonna break regardless of what I do. So maybe if I go Psych Guard. Break that. And I've got 1 defense left. And then I can use it again. Do 2 to punch. Leave that down to 1. Oh, okay. I could have broken it, but it didn't matter in the end. I wouldn't have been able to do a direct attack anyways. Alright, gotta add Sucker Punch to our headspace. I wonder if I left that Dazzit means it's already there for me. It is. Oh, hey, KrimZen. Look at that large nose. It might be a weak point. Right, Sucker Punch to headspace. It looks like KrimZen is running out of ideas in his headspace. When you begin to run out of ideas, a sign will appear next to the headspace icon. Whether an any number comes 0, KrimZen can't come up with any new ideas and can only struggle in battle. There are 2 ways to come up with new ideas. The first is for KrimZen to receive damage to his hearts. The second is to use BP to revive ideas. You can revive ideas in your headspace if you have enough BP to cover the cost. Have a look to see for yourself. Whenever you get BP from if you all break the enemy when you can't go into chance time. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do last time. Oops. That's what I probably should have used. But now I get to use it now. So if I go to 3, Tough Out will give me a bonus. So if I go... I said Tough Guard, didn't I? It's Tight Guard. Alright, let's do this. It's got 5 defense and 2, which is a relatively decent yellow Dazzit. That'll survive. Break that. And then break that. Oh, he's got a guts too, I just noticed. Oh, I was a little bit slower noticing that. Right, go for charge. Alright. Oh, we knocked him out. No, we knocked out the guard instead. All the guts. Still, we didn't get any BP because we actually went to an all break and managed to do damage. Whereas we get BP if we don't deal damage. Alright, 2 attacks this time. We have 4 power. This kind of reminds me of a song from Dark Cloud as well. I was like, just hearing that line, I was like, it reminds me of a very similar looking monster, but didn't have horns or anything, from the Wise Owl Forest main boss battle. Kind of reminds me of that song a little bit, but not quite the same tunes. Now I've got 2 left. which would give me the ability to use Slam. Go Tough Guard. That won't break that, but he can't use it. Unfortunately, that's not an old break then, is it? I'm just going to use Tough Guard again, and that way I got 2 Dazzets to use next turn. One. Alright, no advantage from terrain. Or environment in this case. Alright, turn 5. Oh! That's bad. I have no yellow Dazzets either. 3 damage to 1 enemy Dazzet or enemy Guts. Gain 1 idea. I don't have enemy Guts, he's down to hearts. This is bad. That gives me more defense. What about my... I can't swap because I got no BP. I need 1 BP to bring up Pelt. Oh no, I think I've lost. Saw that coming a mile away though. What can I do? Like, there's no point in me going Sucker Punch because I'm not going to outlive. Right, Tough out. Improvise. Gain 1 improvise idea. Breaks an enemy's chosen Dazzet. Lowers 1 enemy's Dazzet defense to 1 when made into a Dazzet. That could help, because then I can... But I can't do... Oh man. Alright, I might do this one. Break that. Break that. I'm all out. I would have preferred Pelt a little bit earlier. That's annoying. I was really kind of begging on Pelt coming. Because I can use reds once. I'm going to have to struggle. Right, gain free mobility. Seed of Anger. Oh! I didn't break it. I took damage instead. Deals 3 damage to the enemy's body. Ooh, I need that. Turn 6. I think it's game over now. Because I can use the support. And then that'll deal 3 damage to body, which is all he's got left. Wait. What? Oh god, this makes no sense. Why did that go back up? Alright, Pelt. That'll get rid of 2. Oh, where did that come from? Okay, I still have 3 power left. I have, like, nothing left in my headspace, though. Ugh, this is kind of bad. And break that. Unfortunately, I've got nothing to hit him with. I didn't have enough power to go for Sucker Punch. But that does give me BP though. And one of my fears is true, because if he can't take out the opponent, this battle goes on for so long. Alright, another support. Quite a lot of attacks there. Quite deadly ones too. And I haven't taken any hit. Oh. Because I've taken no hits either, I can't refresh my headspace. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go Psych Up and Sucker Punch. Erases all enemy special effects and deals 2 damage to all enemy. Yep. Alright, they're all gone. So, by 6, what does that exactly do? It only breaks the guts. I was kind of hoping it would do a bit more than break guts, considering I did 6 damage. Right, turn 8. Right, 3 Izzets, or 3 Dazzets at this point. I need to take a hit. Right, gain free mobility. I'm trying to let the monster deal me damage. Boom. Break that. I'm gonna take a hit to my guts. Right, go for another one. Take a hit. Now my headspace should be refreshed. All I did, excuse me, revived. So every time you take a hit, you get your guts back. Oh lord, that's a bad thing. I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad thing, but it definitely is. Because it means these battles go on for a long time. Alright, so if I have like full power left, so if I go Tough Guard, Destroy, Throw. This won't be an all break because one did survive. But for the next turn, I'm able to keep those Dazzets. Two damage to all enemy Dazzets. Alright, we'll take that. That's a lot of Dazzets. And he's got a yellow, which he's gonna use now, which will improve the attack of all of his. Right, we'll get Unguard here to do 2 to all Dazzets. That should destroy them all. Except 1. I can get rid of that though with Firecracker. Or I can go Tough Guard and break with that, which is already a Dazzet too. So if I go Improvise and then gain an improvised idea, deals 2 damage to all enemy Dazzets. And then go Kapow. Break that. puts us into all break. I really don't like how the higher the number is, it only still does 1 damage and you only get 1 attack. That's kind of annoying. I was hoping if you had more red deserts, you could still do multiple attacks, but not the case. Oh, what? Oh yeah, I didn't have free mobility, I had to do 4. Alright, I've got 1 BP, I wonder if I could use that for anything. Fury is 3, which activated. Alright, so if I do headspace. Right, put pelt there. Use pelt on them. Break all of them. Right, they're swapped out for lash out. I want to save that for Fury. I don't think I've got enough for this. I do actually. And then go Sucker Punch. And that gets rid of that. Right, chance time, this will hopefully just break all of his guts. Right, just gotta hit him 1 more time. So what happens here? Is there anywhere I can go, or...? I might be able to get a 1 and just go back for that support. Because that's another card I get to use. Right, Angry's gonna raise up the power of his deserts, which he's gonna use. Right, so 2 defense on both. Destroy all ideas on the current turn are made into deserts. Gains free mobility, that will do 2. Okay, we can do that. And I get free mobility too if I somehow don't take the game out on this turn. Which I'd be very sad if I don't. Right, free mobility is activated, and then go Firecracker. And now it's an all break. Right, then go Charge. And that's game, I would hope. The game does lag up though after you do damage. I did notice that there's a little bit of a freeze. Alright, that's battle. That was a long battle, but as I said, I hope that's not because that's how it's made to be and it's just more down to my noobiness, not sure what to do. But yeah, I really hope that's not a thing. Because then each battle, you would expect it to get longer and longer as the enemies get tougher and tougher. Yeah, that could be a bad thing, because I don't like drawn-out battles at all. And most times, though, if it's a drawn-out battle, it's down to the fact that either you're under-leveled or you're inexperienced. Not because the game wants you to have a long battle. Then that adds in unnecessary padding, which is something I hate in a lot of games, is unnecessary padding. So I really hope it's not the latter there, it's just unnecessary padding, and it's just because I'm a nub. Other than that, the battle mechanics itself, as I said, generally fun, unique, which is great. Really hope they don't get drawn out, because then it really puts a downer on those mechanics, because it's like, oh, this is a fresh new idea, I like it. it's just, yeah, when there's a looming threat of it just, they've been made that way to add on padding, then it really does kind of put a bummer on it. But yeah, we did beat that monster. Music, as I said, was really good. It's a shame I'm not going to have enough time in this episode now to experience any more of the OST, because I've already gone over an hour because of that long battle. In regards to moving around the village, as I said, I really like that idea of moving around the village as you're moving to give a bit more of a dynamic feeling, because if you're battling, realistically you wouldn't be fighting in one spot, especially in a village you're trying to protect, so you want to drag a monster to run around. And not only that too, getting advantage of free mobility to pick up support from characters, even pick up new cards as well to help with your headspace, number of cards in there. I would imagine they would expand on that too to give you like extra things, I'd hope, besides that. Maybe like terrain effects, if there's something on the field you could use as a weapon or something, then maybe that could come down as an extra thing for bonuses for going to certain spaces. So there's a lot of potential with that mobility there, which is, again, a welcomed idea. I do like that. As I said, overall, for that battle mechanic, I really like. So that was a long chapter, which I do expect for a tutorial chapter, and we get to save. So we will make a new save file, because then that way I can play it on my own time after this episode goes out, and then that way I can experience more of the game on my own time. But for now, that is kind of all you guys get for a first impression. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall thoughts so far on what I've played, just from the tutorial, as that the battle system I really like. It's just that one little, downer there, that if it's been designed in a way that drags the battles out, then that can be quite irritating. Because if you go an hour into a battle, you'd want to hope you walk out victorious. And yeah, to go an hour and just lose, it's like, oh, that's a kick in the balls. So I really hope that's not the whole intention and the whole, I guess, bad point to that. Because then, as I said, if that is the case, then I don't know how I feel about that. I will not like it. Music, so far, from what I've heard in the background, is quite good. It's got good OST. The visuals are quite nice. There's a couple of animation errors here and there. But as I said, Sword and Shield wasn't exactly clear of that, and at the same time, too, for visuals, Sword and Shield was quite appealing to the eye here and there with very nice vistas, similar to this game, so they're both good on that aspects. Though I reckon OST-wise, Little Town Hero may be a little bit more stronger. It's a shame, as I said, I don't get to experience more OST. Dialogue-wise, it's quite heavy, but, as I said, it could be contrasted with the fact if battles are long, then you don't get as much dialogue, so they might pad dialogue here and there. But on a first time round, that is what you kind of expect, so I would hope they do have options to skip that for people doing multiple playthroughs or replaying the game. So there is pros and cons of having, expansive dialogue trees, but if you're going to do that, you need ways of skipping things. So I hope that is the case there with this particular game as well. Other than that, I think so far it's a positive experience for me. I would prefer that I had. Hello, phone. My phone's putting in a little bit of input too, apparently. So yeah, I look forward to hearing what you guys think of this game. I will try and experience this game in my own time as well, and then make a thought and gather my ideas and whether or not this could be a let's play or not for the series, as well as what I hear from you guys as well, to whether or not you want to see this being played out in full, and any other points you want me to do when it comes to these first impression videos of what I could improve or what else you want me to focus on. But that could be also game-to-game experience as well. Anyways, I think that's it for me. As I said, positive experience so far. If you follow my Twitter, I'll probably give future expansions on this particular first impression. So I'm going to wrap it up. I will probably do another first impression video on another day. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen reminding you people to remain beautiful. And until next time, ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!